welcome back with another episode of Brewing with Grace. This is your girl, Lady J. I'm so glad to be back, y'all. I did not forget about you all. The podcast did not stop. I had to go through some transitioning, some changes in my life, and I thought I was gonna be broken. I thought I was gonna lose my mind, but with prayer, and I know that God always have my back. Um, I got up and I was like, you know what? I can't fail. I can't stop. No, I gotta put my big girl drawers on, and I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I am so glad to be back. Um, with Brewing with Grace, and just not just Brewing with Grace, the podcast, but also just to be with you, because I miss you all. I still pray for you all, and I hope that you all have been praying for me as well. So on this episode, it is entitled Sipping Grace in the Broken Place. Sipping Grace in the Broken Place. Yes, I have my iPad right here and I have my notes right here. So today we're going to talk about something that's very close to my heart. Have you ever felt like in the midst of your brokenness that the Lord won't answer your prayers, or your prayers will never get answered because you are so broken, you have too much trauma, you just ugh, like God ain't gonna answer your prayers? Well, I'm here to tell you that God hears everything and He knows everything. I just want you to know, praying even in the midst of your brokenness is very important. Okay, that's I feel like when you really should really get down and say, Lord, I'm broken, I'm tired, I need your help, Lord. Please, Lord, don't feel like God is not going to hear you. Even I've heard that said, if you can't say a word, just wave your hands. Even the tears that you cry, God understands those tears. He sees them. He knows all about it. He knows what we go through or what we are going to go through before we even go through it. God knows. So yes, prayer is so important even in the midst of your brokenness. Prayer is still the key to unlock that door. Okay, so look, just like a cup of tea or coffee, sometimes the richest flavor comes after the breaking, the crushing, and the steeping. Now, imagine you having some coffee beans and you just crushing them. Just crushing them. Crushing them. You getting those coffee beans, it's crushing and crushing and crushing and crushing, right? And then after you crush them, you put them in, you do the processing of putting your coffee together, your sugar, your milk, your half and half. I love hazelnut honey. Yes, I do. But in the midst of all of those getting prepared, it still comes out as coffee, or it still comes out as tea, whatever other thing that you like to use. And after the breaking and the stooping, it's the same way with our prayer. Our prayer life works the same way. Sometimes it's our brokenness that draws out the deepest prayers. So let's just say after all of that crushing of them coffee beans that you have been doing, crushing and crushing and crushing and crushing, get prepared for your coffee. After you finish making your coffee with these coffee beans that you have now crushed, you smell the flavor, you have the aroma. Even though you went through the crushing, you still are going to come out. God is still going to bring you out. He's going to bring you out through the crushing, through the pressing and the pushing. He is going to bring you out. So how strong is your prayer life? Now, you may say, well, Lady J, I done been through the struggle. Okay, so let's talk about the struggle. Have you ever felt like your brokenness make you feel unworthy or silent in prayer? Women, we may feel like that's probably how we feel because, oh, we women, we should have known better, or we should have been stronger. So when they fall or break, that's when the shame creeps in. Yes, people, I can't say that a lot of people probably expects women to be more stronger and should have known better. But at the end of the day, honey, we are human. We still have feelings, and sometimes we break. We break, we need to let go. Sometimes we gotta cry and we gotta let go. But it does not make us less of a woman. It does not mean that God still cannot hear our cry. It does not mean that God cannot hear our prayers. Okay? Shame, and when shame, and that's another thing that I feel like that us women go through, the shame. And sometimes I feel like we rather hold stuff in to be, so the shame won't creep in, so the guilt won't creep in. We rather hold things in. We rather overlook stuff and just keep pushing, keep pressing, you know. So sometimes the shame, when it gets to creep in, you know how the devil like to creep little stuff in your head. He may say, you know what, God don't want to hear from you, and you're not enough, or anything. And that's not how it goes. That's not how it is. You know, we start feeling guilty. We done made mistakes, and the guilt convinces us that we don't deserve to pray. We compare ourselves to other women, and we think that our prayers don't matter. Stop. Stop comparing yourself to another woman. God made you for you. He knows all about you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. He knows you. We need to stop looking at the other person like and say, okay, well, they got that, they got this, and they did that, but they went through this divorce, and they cheated on their husband, and they did this, and they did that. Stop. Worry on yourself. Okay? Brokenness makes some women feel like God will reject their prayers the same way people have rejected them. Okay. Man and God is not the same thing. Okay? God is powerful. He knows what to do. Man will let you down every day. They can say, I'm here for you, or I support you, and I'm here. Just call me when you need me. But man will let you down. God will not let you down, honey. In your brokenness, your trauma, your depression, your confusion, you still have to have that prayer life. And when you pray, you're not praying to man, you're praying to God. You are saying, Lord, help me. I failed, Lord. I have made mistakes. I'm broken, God. I need you to come and build me back up, Lord. Give me the strength, God, to keep pushing, to keep being motivated. Lord, I've been crushed like these coffee beans, Lord, but I do know, Lord, that at the end, I will come out, and you will come out, okay? You ever sat down to pray and felt like the words just wouldn't come? Like the tears are louder than your voice? It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Cry does not make you look weak. It's okay to cry. It is. It's okay to cry. Because those same tears that you crying, God understands those tears as well. He can read your tears. He can read your emotions. He can read your mind. He knows what's going on. Now let's talk about the shift. Romans 8:26 says, the Spirit intercedes when we don't have the words. Sis, I'm here to tell you that your broken prayers may sound like whispers, but heaven hears them loud and clear. When the beans are ground or the leaves are crushed, that's when the true flavor is released. As I was saying earlier, when we have them coffee beans and we crush them up and we make our coffee, even if you don't have the coffee beans that you have to crush, when you are preparing that cup of coffee, when you're pouring your coffee in, your milk, your sugar, whatever it is, at the end, it's still going to have a flavor. Whatever flavor you have, whatever flavor you want. As you was preparing your coffee, you still got your coffee with the flavor. Your brokenness is releasing something powerful in your prayer life. So let's talk about the sip of grace. Practical ways to pray in brokenness. Whisper short prayers throughout the day. Write prayers in a journal. Sit in silence with God. I love to do that. Sometimes when I've been going through and it just makes you just want to scream. You'll be like, Lord, I just take a pillow, just scream. But I say, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to thank and I'm just going to let God tell me what to do. I'm just going to let God talk to me. Turn your tears into prayer. So I'll have to tell you this. Don't wait to feel whole to pray. Pray until wholeness comes. That's why I asked you, how is your prayer life? Do you pray only when things are going good for you? Or do you pray when things are going good and bad? Excuse me. How strong is your prayer life? Brokenness makes some women feel like God will reject their prayers. But no, he will not reject your prayers. I don't care how broken you are. His arms is always wide open. So, one of the things that we must do is stop believing lies from the enemy. The enemy loves to plant lies like God is tired of you, or you've prayed about this too many times already. Those lies keep women silent instead of bold in prayer. So I don't care how many times you pray for a certain thing, you keep praying until the Lord makes it happen. When you get up every morning, you say, thank the Lord for waking me up this morning, for life, health, and strength, for giving me my right mind and stuff. Keep praying. God is not tired of you. He's not. Another thing, brokenness doesn't disqualify prayer. It deepens it. It deepens it. So I don't care how or what the situation is or may be. Keep praying. Sip on that grace of prayer. Okay? Don't stop praying. Does not matter how bad it looks, how bad the situation looks, how it feels. Don't stop praying. Don't stop praying. Form that prayer life. It don't matter how the struggle may be. Sipping grace into the broken place. Meaning, yeah, we are sipping on prayer. Get that prayer life until it gets into those broken places. Form that prayer life until it gets into that trauma, until it heals that trauma. It heals that confusion. It heals whatever you may be going through. It heals that brokenness. So keep sipping on that. Keep praying. That's what the sipping grace in the broken place. Keep praying. No matter what you're going through, keep praying. Because all of those broken pieces that are broken, honey, your prayers and your tears, God is getting ready to put a whole puzzle back together, honey. And he is going to make it right. Don't stop praying. And when he do make it right, do not stop praying. Say, okay, Lord, you done made it right. Thank you, I'm gone. No, keep praying. Like I said, the demonstration that I gave you all, same thing. We all getting up in the morning and you all are making your coffee or you're making your tea. You are getting things that you are preparing yourself for that coffee. Once that coffee is made, you can taste the flavor. You can smell the aroma. It went through brokenness, but you kept pushing it. You kept pushing it, kept pushing until it came out to what you want. And that's the same thing with our prayers. We're going to keep praying. We're going to keep pushing. No matter what the circumstances look like, maybe we are not going to stop praying. If you don't have anything to say, just wave your hands. If you want to cry, go ahead and cry. God sees all of it. So, we're sipping, what my title is, Sipping Grace in the Broken Place. How strong is your prayer life? How is your prayer life? How is it? Do you pray when things are good, or do you pray when things are bad? And women, if you are broken, and men, if you are broken today, start praying. Don't feel like God not going to hear you. Yes, he will. He already knows what you are going through. He just ready for you to reach out and say, Father, I'm here. And you don't have to say a long prayer. Just say, Lord, I need your help. Lord, I'm here. Lord, help me. And he can take it from there. But he is waiting for you to make that first step. To say, okay, Lord, I need your help. I need you, Jesus. So, sipping grace in the broken place. How strong is your prayer life? This is your girl, Lady J. Comment at the end of the video or at the bottom of the video and let me know what you think. Like I say, I do appreciate you all. I have was in transitioning. I was going through some things, but I didn't stop. I kept pushing. I kept praying. The Lord will give you strength. I am a living witness of that. And I just want to encourage you to keep pushing, to keep praying no matter what the situation may be, no matter what it may even looks like, okay? God will survive. You will survive, okay? I want you all to have a good day. I'm excited to be back. And like I say, Brewing with Grace is coming back even more stronger. You pray for me as I pray for you. Love you.